All right, I'm on hole number 10 of the Stateside Classics tournament. I'm in the weekend round of the rookie division. I'm in my 77 account. So this is it. This is the last nine. This is the whole week is culminated to this point, and I jacked up the front. So if you watched up to this point, I totally blew hole 5. I dropped the minimum score. And so I did everything I needed to do on the front. I picked up 2. I picked up an Albie on 6, and I picked up the Eagle on 9. And so I was on track and dropped a shot on the minimum score, and so it's put me in a hole now. So I believe that up at the top, to have any shot at a top 5 and or a banner, I'm going to have to shoot a minus 28. And depending on bracket, I don't know where that'll put me. In my odd account, in that bracket, it would have put me in first. So I don't know here. I'm sure that there are other 28s in this bracket. So anything better than a 28, obviously, then you're giving yourself up. Now you're talking business. So I'm going to have to shoot a minus 15. And looking at the holes, I mean, I have to pick up a 2 on number 1. I mean, that's just you have to get that. And so I need to pick up 11. This hole right here, I'm going to be happy with just the eagle. If I can put myself in the right spot, I'm going to go for Albie. But if I'm not in the right spot, I'm just going to try and get my eagle and move the hell on. I got a great shot on this hole. This hole right here, I'm going for the birdie. I don't care what the deal is. I'm going to the left, and I may go straight forward and do the backspin shot straight forward, but I'm definitely not dicking around with it. I'm definitely going for the Albie here. Definitely going for the hole in one. This hole right here is it's just one of those holes. Sometimes you can get in, sometimes you can't. Most of the times you can't. And I'm on a run. I've gotten an eagle on hole number 9 the last 3 times I played it. So in my practice account and right there. So I need to pick that up. I need to make that a solid. And I need to pick up. I got 3 of those 5 possible 6, possibly 6 holes to get 3. So I got to get 50%. Here we go. I got this. If I can come out here and execute these shots, I will get her done. Hole number 1, Vineyard Acres. Hole number 3. I just want to look at it. Just want to get it in my mind. Make sure I'm thinking of the right hole. Have it visualized. I'm taking an Apocalypse. I'm taking a Kingmaker. That's all I need. Open up my pin chest. See what I got in my pin chest. I'm trying to actually take a look at the chest today because I don't normally look at what's in chest to kind of get an idea. There was 21 commons, and I usually don't pay attention to anything after that. But these tournament chests I'm seeing, let's see what it's got. Need to open up a slot. And I'm not going to get an epic here. 39 darts, 26 backbones, 13 Malibus. Adding on to the totals on those rares. Those numbers go up. Eventually I'll run out of common cards to trade. Get to the rares. When I get to the rares, I got a lot of rares. I think I have over 1,000 extra mile rares cards. You know they'll never do it. Excuse me. You know that they will never do it, but it would be cool if you could trade extra club cards to your teammates, because I think I do. Extra mile, what do I got? Maxed out level 1,177 extra miles. I would love to trade some of those to my teammates. I don't know what kind of an exchange rate they'd give me, but I would definitely be willing to help out my teammates, especially when they get close. You know. The club card trading, the Prism chest, has changed all that stuff. So people have the opportunity now to get their clubs up and level very quickly. Whereas before it was just the grind. You just had to play that account a lot. And if you have a practice account, it's kind of a 50-50 thing. You play one account one week and you play the other account the other week. Don't fall in love with one account. Try and play them evenly. In tournaments, you can fall in love with one account, but when you're playing, it's best just to. And that was nonchalant. Those are good results, though. That's an excellent result. That's a perfect spot. Nice shot. Three and a half. 3 and a little. It's 1.5 per ring. I'm going to do 2.5. There's 1, 2.5. 2 and a little. Max curl. Hit it 1 ring great on the inside. And I have just barely, hopefully, enough room, right? Hit it a little bit. And that is right where it should be on a grate to the right. I know it looks like, I could move it in just a little bit and not be 5 rings out, but I'll tell you, there's a spot up there that you're hitting on it, that one of your bounces is hitting on a hillside that's sloping from the left high to the right low. And when it hits on that, it changes its trajectory more to the right. And that sand trap that's way up by the green comes into play. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Eagle. Okay, you got to start the round with an eagle. From this point forward in this round, the whole deal is that hole number 1 is the pressure hole. They gave you your test right off the bat, and now what they want you to do is go out there and see what you can get done. So it's all about, at this point, shooting the minimum score, and then trying to put yourself in the right position on every hole to pick one up. And if you don't, then just get your minimum score and move to the next hole. And dropping one is never good. It will never lead to it. I'm not saying it won't. I've made epic fails in tournaments and came back. I was on fire and came back. I'm not sure I have it in me today, but we are going to find out. Hole number 11. It's Vineyard Acres, hole number 1. I think I have it in me. I think I can pull this off. Let's see if I can. All right, this hole right here has just been pissing me off to no end. So I'm literally at splitting hairs here. So bear with me. Trying to figure out what I did here. Sorry for the quiet. I'm looking at my notes. I have so many chicken scratches on here. All right, with the way that the wind's blowing today on that hole, I'm going to play a Grizzly and an Olympus. And what I should be playing, to be quite honest with you, is I should be playing a Saturn, because I have not had any success this week with my Grizzly. Let's see where my Saturn is compared to my Grizzly as far as a little bit better ball guide with the Grizzly. I'm not concerned about the accuracy so much as the ball guide. But the thing about it is that sometimes you're just having a little bit of problems with one club. Bag it. So do I play with my Grizzly? I have not synced this shot all week, so this is it. This is like in Major League where I'm looking at the Grizzly going, okay, Jobu, you don't help me now. I'm gonna take an Olympus. Olympus. That's all I need. All right. We need to clear out a slot. Let's see what we get in this one. Oh, we got an epic in this one. 12 extra miles. Wow, we didn't even get a common. No, we did 32. I guess we did not. Play golf. Off we roll. If we can find an opponent. Hole number 11, par 3. I have not gotten a hole in one. Did I get a hole in one on this hole? I don't think I've gotten a hole in one on this hole all week. Maybe I did. I don't think I did. I know the middle one I've gotten 2 hole in ones on. The last one I haven't gotten a single hole in one on. No, I take that back. I got a hole in one on it on a grate to the right. I don't think I've gotten a hole in one in on this one yet. This would be an opportune time. See if my opponent can get it in the hole. They're about 1.5 rings off on the right-hand side. I didn't see where their second bounce was. Should be paying more attention to my opponents on where they're getting their second bounces at. And I need to pay less attention to setting it up and then trying to get it in the right spot than just getting it in the right spot and then setting it up. Okay, it's 1.3 equals divided by 0.9. It's 1.91 rings, or a little less than 2. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. And I keep missing on the left-hand side. Just right there. I've taken that shot 5-10 times this week. And I'll bet you 8 out of the 10 times I was that far away or closer. Where it passed the cup. I mean, it's just, I've been right on it. Distance has had a little bit of variance, but I think all of the shots, if they'd have been on track, they would have went in the cup. They were just rolling past it. Had a couple that were off, but most of them were that close all week. All right, hole number 3 is not to be trifled with, and we're getting a non-favorable wind. So I think the deal here is, let's see, that's a power 5 ball with 3 side spin, 1 wind. 5-3-2 is what we'd really like. I don't know if I have any 5-3-2s. 5-1-4. 5-1-4 might work if I brought an Apocalypse. Because then I could get way down in there. And it's cutting the wind down because the wind's coming in, getting that side wind. I'm going to select this ball. And I'm going to bring out this bag right here. And I'm going to try and get over. I'm going to try and get further up. I'm going to take a risk on this hole. The minimum score here is eagle, but if I can get myself in the right spot, I can actually give myself at least a look at Albie. The risk is that you go for it so much you fail on the front, clip the rough on the drive on the first bounce. If that happens, then you're in big trouble. Hold on, I gotta clear out a slot. I'm just gonna open up one. All right, I think we got an epic on this one. Coins, 10 rares, 38 vipers. We are getting some clubs in that. 1 firefly. You're getting some. It'd be nice if they all had 2 commons, 1 rare, and an epic. That would really be nice. All right. Bag number 5. Power 5 ball. The wind on the front 9 was coming from the right going to the left. And it was, I mean, it was like right on the red line, right along the red line. Let's see where we can get. That is definitely me. I'm trying to get out there as far as I can. Three, 2. 1.5 per ring. So I'm just going to slide it across the red line. I hit a 1 ring great to the right. This might be a good trajectory. I don't know if I got the distance. I think I'm behind that tree. I got a little teeny bit of a window. I almost got the distance I'm looking for, but I think I have a shot. I think I have the shot that I've been trying to get all week. Now here's what's crappy about this is that I'm not sure what kind of an adjustment to make because I haven't gotten to this shot. Grim Reaper's 1.82226. See which way the wind's blowing. The wind's blowing that side wind. I got plenty of room. There's Max Club. There's Min. And I'm eking towards Max. Max Club with my Grim Reaper is 1.9. I'm going to do 2.0 per ring. So it's 2.2 equals divided by 2. 1.26 rings. 0.26 in a roundabout sort of way. Oh, I ran out of time. I should have let go when it was on the second one. But I looked up and I saw that it was at 1 and I was like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Now I dropped a shot off the minimum unless I can make that shot. Look at that. I ruined my whole round. Dicking around trying to go for it. That is unfortunate. That is a round killer right there. It was a round killer on the front, not getting minimum score on the mid par 4. What's funny is I don't know why I bring out anything here. I come out this hole with a marlin and one-on-one play, and I get an eagle probably 90% of the time. Okay, it's 1.2 times 1.9 equals divided by 2, 1.14. It's 1.14 rings. There's one. That looks close. What in the hell just happened? Oh, I hit the tree. That must be what happened. That is funny. That is funny. I haven't got to that spot all week long where I've been in that spot where I could do the backspin or the dunk. And then I timed out and then I hit the tree. Wow. That is brutal. That was a brutal beatdown right there. That was a round killer. I thought that the one on the front I could recover by shooting a 15 on the back, but I mean I could get back to 28. That's nothing special. But I could get back to 28, but dropping that one right there, that's the if there was already a coffin, that's the nail in the coffin. All right, hole number 4. No, I'm at Santa Ventura. Hole number 4. All right, I need to get back on track on this hole and get the hole-in-one. Let's come right back. Let's just storm right back at it, and let's go get the hole-in-one here. And I'm going to bring a summit ball. Let's cut that wind down. I'm doing a 1.1. Trying to think here. Trying to think where it's ending up. Times whatever the wind is. I'm going to go back to the shot that I was doing at the beginning of the week where I was sinking it, because I think the wind is blowing in the same direction. And I was putting on max backspin, 1 right-hand side spin, and there's a spot back there behind it. I'm going to go back to that spot. %, wind adjustment with 1.8 per ring. If I can get an opponent. Yep, that's going to be an issue with the new stuff. Is we could get, if you play late on a Sunday, it's 10:20 at my house, so the tournament ends in an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 20 minutes. 2.1 equals divided by 1.8, 1.3 rings. Max backspin, 1. .3 rings. There's 1, 2, 5. There's 1, 3. Oh my God. I've gotten onto a stretch here. That is so bad. So bad. Gotta hit those shots perfect. And they respond totally different if you hit them. There's some shots in this game that if you hit them great to the left or the right, especially when you're talking about drive shots, hit them great to the left or the right, and they respond predictably. Like, you know the ball's going to go to the right, or you know the ball's going to go to the left, or you know the ball's going to go straight down the fairway. I mean, it responds predictably. But on some of these holes, like this one, there's so much movement everywhere. The green's got all kinds of movement on it. I mean, look at the green right there as it's rolling up there. It's running in a slant, and it's got a bunch of little moguls in it. It's got low spots. It's bowled down towards the cup. So there's a bowl at the top, and if you can catch that bowl at the right spot, it'll roll you down to the cup. But if you catch it a little bit to the left or the right of that spot, you're lower down on the rim, and so it'll throw you in a direction a lot more, and the speed changes. Sometimes if you're especially on the right hand side, I was kind of surprised it was that close to the cup. A lot of times on the right hand side, it'll roll off the other side of the rim. I don't like these draws. I do like those chests when you're opening it, but I'd like to get those chests I'd like to have the opportunity to get that chest every time. Hole number 14. All right, what do my notes say? Extra mile, Euro ball, 6 topspin. Okay, this is the one I was dicking around with last time, and where did I end up? I ended up in the sand because of the way the wind was blowing. So I'm just going to go out there and I'm going to go my normal shot out. I'm going to take this bag right here, but I'm going to switch this up. I'm going to take a quarterback. I'm going to take a 3 power ball, and I'm going to go out there and get my long iron range. So I'm going to take much topspin with that QB, like 2 or 3. I don't think it'll take 3. I'm going to be conservative. I'd rather be short, be in my wood range. 31 Desert Storms, 35 Runners, 9 Big Dogs, 3 Boomerangs. Notice it gave me 3 boomerangs. This gave me 1 of some of the other ones. All right, here we roll. I'm going to shoot it up. So I've been shooting in my practice account to the left, and I've been in this account trying to hit it way forward. I haven't been able to get an eagle on this hole yet this week, but I've been in the right spot up in the front, but I've only had a couple times to practice. I think I'm right there. But I'm going to bag that because I got a par on it on the front, and that's unacceptable. That's 2. I've dropped 2 shots off the minimum score, and I've picked up 2. So I'd be in pretty good shape right now if I hadn't dropped those 2 shots. So minimum score is everything. This is why practice. I mean, this is my level of effort showing right here. It's all about practice, repeatability. I'll put just a titch. I want to see a sliver. I want to see a sliver of backspin on that. 3-9. I don't think I gave myself any room on the red line. I didn't. That puts me 2 rings in the power. I'm just going to rub the nubs. Hit it 1 ring great to the right. And with an extra mile, and I'm way back, that'll put me in my wood range. With an extra mile, if you hit 1 ring down there, it's very easy to end up on a no overpower shot, clipping in that narrow neck. That's why if you have a QB, as soon as, like when you first start playing, and there's a lot of fun to be had when you first start playing, especially if you just stay down on the lower tours. Don't be dicking around trying to be a max trophy player. See if you like the game. Play it for a while. Get your clubs worked up. Get a ball inventory. Understand how that stuff works. Where are we? I changed it up on how I'm playing. So I'm doing 20% times. I know I can't get over there with my Grim Reaper. I'm right at. Do I have room? I think I do. I do. A minimum Guardian, which is 1.5 per ring. $1.5. It's 1.8 rings. 2.4 equals divided by 1. 1.92 rings. Oh, that's twice on the back that I ran out of time. Thinking around, not getting my numbers set up beforehand. Daydreaming, must be tired. Now I've dropped 3 off the middle score. Might as well get up and get a soda at this point. This refreshment's brought to you by Orange Crush. Now I've been sitting here. We got something to drink. So I don't have my number set up. All right, let's get that shit out of the way. .7 times 2.7 equals divided by 1.5. Jeez, how hard was that? Now let's put that sucker in the hole. Okay, it's 2.16 rings. There's 1, 2, 1, 6. Fuck. Sorry about that. Can't hit it perfect if I paid for it. It looked like it was decently close. That's both sides turned around and did not get the did not pick it up. All right, that round is over, man. So now it's just all about, let's just go out and try and have some fun. So I'll tell you what, we're going to do this. I'm not even going to look at them. I must have, let me make sure I have clubs set up for these bags, and let's just go set it up. So hole number 15 is big topper. That's bag number 3. That's a good bag. And I can also use it on the next hole. It's a sniper and a half. On hole number 8, I'm using a rock, and I'm using backspin clubs. And then I'm using this bag right here on hole number 9, the Euro ball. Let's just go play the holes. All right, let's go see if we can get it done. We're going to play this like it's one-on-one, and I want to win 4 of those chests. All right. Let's switch this bag up for bag number 3. What's behind door number 3? A big topper. Big topper. 2.8. It's 2.1 per ring, so it's about a ring and a third. I'm going to put the forward power back in. A little bit of overpower. Hit it one ring great to the left. And that could cause me problems way down right there. Absolutely falling apart, because you can epic fail all over on this hole except for right there. And that was me putting way too much overpower on it. I know better. I wasn't thinking. I was thinking about on the other side, like where my bounce was. Wasn't paying attention. Daydreaming. El perfecto. Perfect landing. Now this is not going to be pretty. Because I'm not going to be pretty. If I could make it over to the other side, it wouldn't be too bad, but I can't make it over there. So the goal here is to get as much distance as we can, pretty much at max club. I'm going to do a max adjustment. I'm not trying to get too greedy. I just want to end up in the fairway on the other side and get as much distance as I can in the process. But I could have got more greedy than that trying to do a shot. But this is definitely a makeable shot from here. This is going to be max wedge or minimum short iron. So my max wedge, it's 1.2 per ring. And I've been doing, coming into this hole, and I've had a lot of success on this hole this week. That's too bad. That's too bad how to end it like this, but it is exciting trying to recover. But it isn't exciting at all not having a shot at Albie. That's in the hole. Nice shot. Saved us the eagle. I can tell you that, because my eagle was at risk right there. That is fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Baker bum. Good job. I would say we would watch that again. That's great. Fantastic. That saved me. I've said, and if you've watched my stuff for a long time, that it's always great to play. You always want to play against the best competition. That's why it always cracked me when people go, I played against somebody and they had much better clubs than me. Hey, when you're playing one-on-one, on a tournament hole, the deal is who you play doesn't have anything to do with who you're playing in your bracket. So you want to get those people that have great stuff, because they're more apt to pick that shot up and save your ass, just like that person Baker Bum did for me. Hole number 16. And I am like completely out of holes. There's 3 holes, and one of them, all 3 of them are tough. Those 2 egg shells right there, and not picking up the eagle on 3. That's 3 shots down, 2 shots up. That means I'm 1 shot down. Should be at 21 right here at a minimum. What a piss poor round. All right, hole number 16. Let's just roll. Sniper nav. I'm going to get this in the hole right here. If I can find an opponent. Come on, come on, come on. Fox Nation. Wow, this round went downhill on the back nine super fast. Just a couple drop shots, just losing focus and daydreaming for just a couple holes. Timing out. That timeout got me started on a whole downhill slide. I was doing pretty good up to that timeout. And I was in the right spot. I was so excited about being in the right spot that I actually wasn't prepared for it because I haven't had that shot all week. How sad is that? Now the deal there is they actually hit to the right of where they wanted to go. If you go back and rewind that and watch the trajectory, and the deal is that this is one of those U-shaped ones, right? So if you hit to the left, it goes to the right, and if you hit to the right, it goes to the left. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make a radical move here. I'm gonna move that much and put this in the cup for my first hole-in-one this week, right here, right now. Let's get this started. Still on the left-hand side. More on the left-hand side though, so I know I was right with what I was doing before. I've tried adding wind on, and that holds true. The more you move to the left, the more it goes to the right, and I keep ending up to the left. So I'm pulling too far to the right. So I actually took a little bit of wind off to see if I could come back the other direction. And it did not work out from that spot. Brutal. It's a draw. No chest one. All right, hole number 17. This is going to be bag number 2. My opponent is using a major ball. Is that an opponent? Yep, that is a Kingmaker major ball. I have a bunch of those balls, and I will never use them. I'm not a hoarder of balls, but I mean, you have to earn those balls. The C100 balls, I don't know. I haven't been in a C100 clan, so I'm sure that they're, that's a ball you had to earn. You had to be in one of those clans. They got way up there at the top. Great shot. Now let's see what kind of distance they got. 364. Let's switch to bag number 2. Oh, bag number 2's got a quarterback in it instead of a rock. Three. And I better check that wind out. Hit it one ring on the inside, one ring great to the right, and clip the rough again. Look at where my luck is. Now I came out, so I will tell you, when this hole first came out, I've been on that side in that spot a bunch of times. That's why I was cheating right there. I was trying to get as much as I could with that quarterback around that corner, and I was cheating. I normally don't like to be, when I'm doing max curl shots like that, 3 rings. But I've been in that, and I've learned, and this hole right here used to be on Tour 7, and this is one of the holes that taught me that lesson. Because if you leave yourself a little bit of room up there, you may hit to the right or the left, especially to the left, which is undesirable, but you'll still get a great effect. I mean, you'll end up in the right spot. So I've taken the shot from the top a bunch of times, and there is a way to get up there, and you got to use the backboard. Now, because of the size ball I have, I might actually be able to get up there with my Guardian, but I don't think so. Yeah, I'm short. Three nine, pretty much max club. It's 1.1. There's 3.3. That leaves me 6. It's about 3.5 rings. Oh, you jerk. I can't hit perfect to save my ass since that timeout. I don't think I've hit a single shot perfect. The good news is I've epic failed on the last couple holes, but I have my one opponent saved me. And then I've recovered. When I first started playing, I remember coming in there with a freaking hammerhead 3 and a sniper. All right. Now, what would cap this entire round off is to miss a putt. That would not cap this round off. But what would cap this round off is getting an eagle on hole number 9. At least getting back to minimum score. Because not being at minimum is not acceptable. Right? I think if you can be minimum score, you're in the top 50 for sure. So let's go out there and wait a second. Let's make sure I got the ball. Since I have to get it on this hole. I'm going to use an extra mile on a big dog. What ball did I use? I was using a Euro ball. But I think, didn't I go to the community ball? Win 2. That's it, right there. Let's open up a chest. Let's get an empty slot rolling. We're going to win this one outright right here because I'm going to get an eagle. Get myself back to 24, and that while it's an up and down round, I picked up 4 shots. I dropped 1,000. Can I still get back to 24? Was I at 21 or 22? I wasn't even paying attention. I think I've only dropped 3 holes. I picked 2 up, so I'm 1 down. Go back and look at that. Where the hell am I? I have to get the eagle in order to get to 24. 23, not acceptable. Let's get my freaking calculator working since it's sitting right here. 1.175 times whatever the wind is. Last time I was kind of in between mid and max. That'd be 8. That'd be 12. That'd be 6. That'd be 18. 1.8. And I did like 2.0. All right, let's see if we can get over there again. The deal is I had as much topspin and side spin as I could eke out. All right. Hitting it perfect. See if we can get over to that fairway over there. And that's what I'm talking about right there. Now I'm going to make it around that corner this time. I think I am going to do the max backspin, side spin, curl shot. I contemplated on the front nine how I was going to play this hole, because trying to get out to that spot was my goal all week, and I've only been able to achieve it twice or 4 times, and that's all been today, and that's because we have tailwind. Because you need some kind of wind to help get you out there. And that's probably as far as I've been out there. And I've been in my wedge range, somewhere between mid to max wedge, but I think I can get closer. We're going to find out. I'm going to put one backspin on. So they're going to put me. I'm going to come out right there. I'm going to let the wind push me out. I'm going to come out right there. And I hit 2 rings on the inside. And right here, I can make it around the bend. I picked up some distance right there. That was almost on the green. If I have to go back and see how much backspin I put on, but it needed like 1 more backspin. You could definitely get up on the green. You could definitely get involved with that backboard. And I think that's the way to do it, is you have to do a max. I tried to just do a regular curl shot around there, and you can't get the right trajectory. But that max backspin, side spin, curl, you got a little bit more. You're going to get more. And the ball's going to respond better with more backspin. Unfortunately, I got some work to do right here. It's not going to work for me. The whole deal here is you got to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if I got my adjustment right. 4 out of 4 times today. That's what I'm talking about. I'd have jacked up my whole round by dinking off and dropping 3 shots, but I picked 3 up and got back up. So the whole goal was to try and get 28 to give myself a look at the top. And I would have put myself in 27 range, and those shots affected how I had to run there. What a crappy round. But at least I was able to dig myself back to a respectable minimum score. Unless somebody looks at the card and sees how bad it went overall, at least the minimum score is showing. And I won a chest. Look at that. It was worth paying for that chest to get open. All right, ending up in the top 50. There's going to be a bunch of 24s. That'll be a big bracket. So let's go to the top and see where I, by dropping, this is how important shooting the minimum score is in this game, is picking up 3 shots where I would have been with a 27 and a 25 tiebreaker. So let's go up. Let's go up and see where we're at. 24th starts, so minimum score starts at 55th. and goes all the way to 33rd. So 22 people shot the minimum score and 32 people shot better. Most of the people in this bracket have probably played. There's a few that haven't. I think there's a few down here at the bottom. Handful. Last 10. So they still have time. So they got 53 minutes to play. So just picking up one shot off the minimum score puts you in 32nd. So let's see how far the 25s go. I think the 25s are probably going to be, there's probably going to be about as many 25s as 24. So they're going to be down to 22. I'm going to say 15. Let's see where the first 26 comes in. First 26 comes in at 21st. So you got to pick up 2 shots in order to be in the top 20. And this will probably go. Maybe a bunch of people have picked up 1 shot on each side. Top 11 shot 27 or better. So we're down to 12. So what's that? 11? Or excuse me, 9. 9 people at 26. So 27. So let's see where we're at with tiebreakers. They came in with a 23 out of 25. They came in with a 23 out of 25. They came in with a 25 and a 13, and I had a 12, so they would have beat me. So I would have been 9th. Is that where they're at? 9th. 9th place with a 27. So going from, and we'll go up to the top, but I went from, so dropping 3 shots, and that's nobody's fault but my own. Dropping 3 shots, I went from 45th to 9th. I mean, that's the difference between being in the top 10 is never dropping a shot off a minimum score. Minimum score will get you there, but those people got there. There's a handful of these people that shot a 24 that got there by shooting a 24. They picked up, like, let's see where they, what did they pick up? Did they pick up anything here? No, they actually dropped 1. Did they pick up a single shot? No, they must have picked up something. They picked up 9. There's 1. There's 25. They picked up 17. There's 2. Okay, there's the 2 that they dropped right there. So they picked up 2. That's 26. I mean, every one of them, nobody shot that. The minimum score, you will pick up shots if you put yourself in the right spot. You're not going to pick them up. Some people are awesome and can pick them up just like going out of style. But you will pick up some of those shots, and if you can hang on to them, every single one of them, it can take you from the difference between 45th and 9th. That's a top 10. And having top 10 banners is a big deal, right? Trying to work yourself up into the top 10. So let's see what's at the top. I, in my opinion, needed to shoot with my tiebreakers at 28 to give myself any shot at a banner. And if I could shoot better than a 28, more the merrier, but a 28 was my minimum goal. Like if I don't shoot a 28, I have no shot at a banners. And that's obviously true up to this point. So let's see where we go. Let's see where the first 28 comes into play. First 28's at 4th place. Let's see if I'd have beat them in tiebreakers. I would have beat them in tiebreakers. That would have put me in 3rd place with a 28. Let's see if I would have beat them. They had a 26 and I had a 25. They would have beat me in tiebreaker, so I'd be 3rd with a 28. Oh, I would be 4th. I would be 4th. Is that right? I got that wrong. I would be 4th. And 129 at the top. That's exactly the way it should be at the top. And I will tell you that this is not, I don't see any difference in this bracket than what I've been seeing in brackets for the last 2 years. And in my odd account, typically, actually that bracket, its bracket's actually gotten easier because the highest score in it was 27 and there was like a bunch of people at 27. And it's in 4th right now. But this right here, that's exactly what I would expect to see at the top of this bracket. You know, you need to shoot a 28 to separate yourself from the crowd. Picking up 2 on each side, and if you can pick up 1 off of that, you are in the catbird seat. So congratulations to Max. That's great. Let's see, I have a teammate that's in here. Who do we got? Who are our top 3? Max? Let's check that out. Adding on to the banners. Got some color. That's what I'm talking about. Cash. Got some banners. Got a gold in expert. Got a bunch of expert banners. One masters. Got a bunch of golds. Got a bunch of silvers. Been around for a bit. Nice job. Top 3. And our consolation prize goes to, man, that would have been that would have been another good banner for them. Good job. All right, let's find my teammate and see how bad they beat my ass for the 3 holes that I dropped. And one of them I dropped twice. How sad is that? Where is my teammate? I'm looking for the... I couldn't have gotten better than them. Who am I looking for? Hitman Can. Or am I looking for... I'm looking for BP13. When you see it, yell at me. Yeah, I know it's got to be higher. Let's start at the top. I know they had to have beat me. BP13. Come on, man. You're all yelling. Dude, you passed him. He was at 32nd. Jeez, how hard was that? Great job. Look at that round. He picked up hole number 9. He got exactly what he needed to get. He got, I mean, as far as like minimum score, he shot the minimum score. And he picked up 9. So he picked up one and he was able to hold on to it because he shot the minimum score on those holes. That is so important. So important. Because then anything you can pick up, you work so hard during the week to pick shots up. And it's really the difference between being, and like you can look at your stats, and if you go, wow, I'm just like getting, there's such a difference between being in 45th as opposed to being in the top. No, it's 3 shots. And it's 3 shots that I picked up, but it's 3 shots that I dropped on holes that I didn't get the minimum score. And if you look at your scorecard on holes that you didn't get the minimum score, if you're shooting the minimum score consistently, then you really are putting yourself in that spot where you're going to start getting those top 10s because you're going to pick some shots up. I mean, it's going to happen. But if you can't shoot the minimum score, that is sad. And I've played these holes 1,000 times. And I can play them with a marlin ball, and I play them one-on-one all the time. And I really, on the 2 holes that I was dicking around with, I really feel like I should just bring out a marlin ball and play them like I do one-on-one. Because even from the pro tees, I can play them in one-on-one with a marlin and get the right score every time. All right, that was the Stateside Classic Tournament. That was absolutely hilarious. The weekend round, my 77 account. Thanks for watching. Hey, I shot the minimum score. What are you talking about?